Livestock guardian dogs are one of the most popular means of protecting sheep and poultry from predators on the farm or homestead. How farmers should train and handle their guardian dogs has been a hotly debated subject in recent years as the homestead tsunami sweeps across North America. On one side of the debate is regenerative rancher Judy, who is known for his holistic approach to land and animal management. After spending 5 days with Greg on his ranch in 2023, I observed how his guardian dogs are an essential part of his ranching system. Greg has a comparatively hands-off approach to managing his dogs in the pasture.
This dog is about 8 months old. We do discourage people petting them. We'll give them a good boy maybe once, just reach down and say good boy, but then when you leave that paddock, you gotta make sure they don't follow you back to your truck. You could ruin those pups pretty quick by just putting somebody around them that petted them all the time.
Okay.
And then you would have a pet. And I'm sorry, but if you got a pet, your sheep are gonna die. The pets are gonna be looking for humans. You know, you still need to be able to handle your dog, and that's why we do handle them.
Greg provides them with basic training, socialization, and ensures they bond with the flock of sheep, but otherwise, he interferes minimally and lets them do their job. Greg's approach is practiced by many other shepherds who are ranching as a business. One such practitioner in my neck of the woods is Shepherdess Tess from Baba Blacktail Farm in North Idaho.
So this one is Tika, and Tika is the crossover dog. She's not a good livestock guardian dog. She's not like Sam or Sundry, because they are focused entirely on sheep. And the problem is that Tika has the benefit of pets from all the people that stay at the Airbnb. Sam, out. Watch. Out. So he is told to stay with the sheep, and I tell the people, please don't touch the dogs, please don't, fuss over the dogs, but it's impossible because she comes up and she's forward, and then the little children like to play with the dogs and stuff. So I kind of sort of sacrificed her training that she is the interface to humans. And Sam and Sundry are not an interface with humans at all. And Sundry in particular, I mean, I've never physically touched Sundry since the day she came. Sam is a good livestock guardian dog. Sundry is a good livestock guardian dog. And it's so important that they be bonded primarily with the sheep, not with humans. And this is a problem when you get them when they're young. But I gave you that picture of Sam in his kennel in the midst of all the sheep. So that keeps him safe from them safe from him, especially when he's in that, sort of 6 months to 18 months chew, play. So he was with them and they're his family, but he couldn't destroy any ears or feet or tails or anything like that. It sounds cruel, but actually it's the only way that you're going to have them protect the sheep is if the sheep are their family, not the humans. I can handle him, he has his tag, he has everything he needs. He's not feral like Sundry is. Sundry I got from some Canadian shepherds, and she was up on big territory, and she did not have any contact with humans at all. So she's almost feral, and I couldn't get a hold of her to do vet work. With him, if he had a paw problem, I can do what I need to do. So there's a relationship there. I'm not cruel to him in any way. I just don't let anybody be loving on him all the time.
Conversely, there is a much more hands-on, management-intensive approach to guardian dog handling, which has been adopted by those in a farmstead or homestead scale. Vermont poultry farmer Morgan Gold of Goldshaw Farm added livestock guardian dogs to his operation when he had some devastating predator attacks on his ducks. Morgan farms on a more intimate scale than Judy and has opted for a more personal approach with handling his dogs, as he explains in this deleted scene from my 2023 documentary I made with Morgan about his journey with livestock guardian dogs.
I think that there's a big difference with livestock guardian dogs in terms of how you need to think about them, depending on your context and situation. If you look like a big rancher, and one of the people I love to watch is Judy, right? and he's just such a smart guy and knows so much about raising livestock and running his farm. But his farm context is wildly different than mine, right? Where he's got way more cattle, sheep, and he's managing half a dozen farms and farm properties. And so he's not spending the time quite like I am day in and day out with each specific animal, because he's got a lot more ground to cover. And so for him, he's trying to raise his livestock guardian dogs like they're, you know, kind of almost like livestock unto themselves. Here on our farm, I see it as a little different, where yes, we have livestock, and I consider the birds livestock, I consider the cattle livestock. But when I think about the livestock guardian dogs, and I think even about the barn cats, I see them as more like coworkers. And I don't treat any of them like house pets. They don't go in the house. The dogs especially live outdoors 24/7, 365 days of the year. But I also give them more love and engagement than somebody like a Greg Judy would probably do with their dogs, because, you know, I feel like when you're in a farmstead context like we are, you do need that hybrid model where they have more human exposure and you build a deeper relationship with that animal.
Though Greg, Judy, and Morgan Gold are both employing opposing approaches to dog management, they are both right. Greg's management style is right for his ranching context, and Morgan's management style is right for his homestead context. The takeaway I'm hoping you get from this is there isn't a wrong answer. Whatever style you decide to use for your operation is the right choice for you. Don't worry about the opposing views. Do what's right for you on your homestead. If you're interested in learning more about Morgan Gold, Greg Judy, and Shepherdess Tess, I have links below to their documentaries and masterclasses I filmed with them, in addition to their YouTube channels. Also, Morgan published a children's book last year about one of his dogs, which can be purchased through the provided link below. Thanks for watching.